Redhead Rose of Texas, Rosalie Roy, stuck in a case for a long time. She got her first contract on the 9th of June. It's ironic, it's my birthday. We share something in common. I think, although she was only a starlet, her story needs to be told because she was a starlet in a time of extreme importance in the history of Hollywood, and how important a role she played in that, or with whom she played, is unknown until the contents of this have been researched properly. One of her first movies, which was Transatlantic. There's a story to be told. There's so many pieces of information in here. Dallas. Now, he looks very familiar. But then again, I think everybody in them days had pencil moustaches, so... The 42nd Street Special Luncheon. And the piece that gets me is, at the end it says, and 12 of the world's most beautiful girls. I have a picture here with 11 quite beautiful women in, and I was wondering whether Rosalie is the 12th person and the person behind the camera. Right. I have met the woman, and all I can say is she was a very sweet woman. She would have been in her 80s at that stage. Didn't get much information out of her, but I enjoyed an afternoon's tea and cucumber sandwiches in Fortnum and Mason's, which to this day I remember cost me £45 sterling, which for tea and cucumber sandwiches was rather expensive. But there was a lovely chap playing a piano on the corner, so there was an ambient atmosphere. The engagement is announced between Alan Douglas, Norwell Clark and Rosalie Jones-Josie, oldest daughter of the late Mr. and Mrs. Jones of Dallas, Texas, United States. I contacted the papers over in England because I presumed there was a good story there, and a journalist by the name of David Britton came out to where I live, penned an article, took some photographs. A good full page in the Telegraph, which is, I thought would have been quite nice for her.
But she didn't like that?
No, I don't think she was too pleased. She didn't like reading about herself, and especially the fact, what we said, we presume she passed away in council care, hence her goods came up for public auction.
Now, how did she get in contact with you?
By telephone. I received this telephone call one day, and it was a little bit strange because whoever was at the other end wouldn't say anything, but I knew there was someone there, and it wasn't a prank call. And then I just got the words, "I'm alive and well," and I was quite annoyed at the tone and everything, and instantly I actually knew who it was, and that was quite amazing, and meeting her was a lovely experience. She went into obscurity really when she was in England, and that's why I really think she was a kept secret. She was just paid to be quiet.
How do you mean, like a kept secret?
After the article was printed in the paper, a lady contacted me who was married to Rosalie's husband's brother. So she was her sister-in-law, but she never knew of Rosalie's existence. I found that quite interesting. And of course on the back page we find Rosalie in a rather risque photograph. I think I actually might have one of those socks, so it remains of the sock in one of the books. I thought, why the hell do you keep a sock? Maybe because it's from that shoe. And amongst all the treasures is this lovely little piece of those hose, as the paper put it. I don't know whether it's part of that particular pair or just a fragment of a particular one from an occasion she wished to remember. But for some reason it was kept. We all do such things. But I think it's the circle of people she mixed in, and the historical content of what's here is more important because it was such an interesting time in Hollywood. I actually have 2 tickets somewhere for the Kentucky Derby.